My name is Dennison from WiredUP, and today we're at the Deer Park Tanger Outlets at the Art Base. Back in March, WiredUP was contacted to take a look at the outside sound system here at Tanger Outlets. They had stated that they were having some issues when adding speakers to the system further along in the park. The system was being driven completely off of one amplifier in the main office of the park, and so when they said that they were adding more speakers, we got a little concerned. When WiredUP came in and assessed the situation, we found that some speakers in the park were running at low impedance and some speakers were running at 70 volt. We decided the best course of action to band-aid the system temporarily would be to remove the speakers further along in the park that the management staff had wanted to add, as well as removing the speakers in the bathroom hallways and the bathrooms themselves. By doing this, we were able to temporarily get the entire park back online. The management staff knew, though, that that wasn't going to last, and they still wanted to add speakers further along in the park, as well as create a bigger sound system for the center area here, where everyone hangs out and where they do tree lighting ceremonies and all sorts of other outside events. After much design work and research, we landed on the QSys platform. The QSys platform allows us to not only control the audio aspect of things, but further on down the line, we can add things like lighting, we can automate the tree lighting ceremony, video walls, and so much more. One of our main points of concern with the QSys system was network infrastructure. Knowing that we had a large area to cover and not much room to be able to run new network infrastructure. Luckily, thanks to the help of Tanger Outlets' IT department, we were able to build the QSys system on an existing network infrastructure. We've also created a completely secondary, isolated sound system here at Tanger Outlets that allows management to communicate into each business here in the park, standalone from the outside speakers in the event of an emergency. Another major selling point with the QSys system was leading the customer journey and making it more simplified. Thanks to the QSys network-based infrastructure, instead of individual businesses having their own sound systems playing their own music and it being different from the outside world, individual businesses can now tie in to that network-based system and play the same music in their business that's happening right outside in the common areas. Tanger Outlets here in Deer Park sees over 700,000 visitors annually, and so we knew this sound system had to deliver and impress. As you can hear currently in the background of this video, there's no music playing. And this is because the QSys system allows us to schedule time on and time off for anything in the park. We could also separate this by zone if needed, but since the entire park opens at 10 a.m. every day, it was best to keep it simple. Throughout the park, there are many different types of speakers, including QSC Acoustic Design AD S5Ts on the walls, as well as JBL Control 85Ms in the ground. Now, I'm sure you're wondering how we did the plotting and the sound design for this. And really, we kept it simple. We placed a single Control 85M in the park and walked until we couldn't hear it anymore. And we doubled the distance, and that's where our next Control 85M went. When renovating the park a couple of years ago, many in-ground lines for speakers were struck and destroyed. And so it was decided that instead of running those wires again in the ground, the speakers would be replaced with on-wall speakers, and that's how we ended up with the QSC Acoustic Design series. I'm sure you're also wondering why we went with JBL in-ground speakers and QSC on-wall speakers. Why not just keep it all uniform? And the answer for us was very simple, and Tanger management tended to agree. The Acoustic Design series has a preset in QSys that allows every aspect of the speaker to be visualized in the QSys control platform. The JBL Control 85Ms were chosen because of their low profile. They look sleek and they blend into the flower beds that are here in the park. The only option that QSC has for the 360 in-ground speakers are the AWL 360s, and they were just a little too tall for us to place throughout the park. I know this video was a long time coming, so I want to thank you for checking out this technical review of the Deer Park Tanger Outlets at the Art Base, and we hope to see you again real soon.